Well, welcome to the. I don't like our podcast name. Welcome to the almost over podcast, um, where
Yeah, we
we
got 3 episodes left.
we don't know what we're gonna talk about, and we talk about it for an hour.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, buddy.
oh, okay. Hey, how are you today? We
I'm
didn't
tired.
record last week. Oh, you're tired too? Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
tired. I just started dog sitting, and today's been kind of a crazy day. But why are you tired?
Just work. Work and life is really the only things.
Like, what about your job? Is it the quantity of work?
No, 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 no. It's no.
Okay.
Just the fact that I'm working.
Oh, so having a job is tiring?
It is.
Some
It
people would
is.
consider that a blessing,
Yeah, you're right.
especially. Uh-huh.
Many people would. Yeah,
Yeah.
having a job is
Yeah.
such a blessing.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
have
sure.
you ever tried the Skittles popped candy?
Like, you mean what's that called? Freeze dried Skittles?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I tried it. I don't think I liked it, but I can't
Oh
really
yeah?
remember. Isn't it
Huh.
kind of like crunchy?
It is.
Is it cold or you can have it not cold?
It's not cold.
Why do you like it?
It's just a different twist on a classic.
Like
You know?
what does it taste? So it still tastes like Skittles, or does it taste change, or is it just a texture thing?
Yeah, the taste is the exact same. The texture is different, and so, like regular Skittles, obviously, is like chewy, right?
Uh-huh.
So you kind of like chew it, but this one it's all like crispy. So I don't know.
That's not
I don't.
really the one of the adjectives I would like in my candy. Crispy.
Crispy? You've never
Crispy?
had like Butterfingers?
Well, I don't
Like,
like
the-
Butterfingers, but crispy, like a cookie is a crispy cookie?
yeah.
No, I don't think so. That's
What
like
about
that's like melted sugar. Like what's that called? I don't know.
Talgona?
No, I mean yeah, but like I'm trying to think of like a what's another candy that's kind of like peanut brittle? Is
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of
yeah. Yeah, that's
crispy?
crispy. Yeah.
Like crispy is chicken. I haven't had lunch today, so some fried chicken sounds wonderful, but nice crispy fried chicken. That's the
Yeah.
correct use of that adjective.
Sure. I mean, if that's
Crispy
the
Skittles is kind of crazy, I think.
No, yeah, for people who don't really have,
What? What?
I don't want to be
What?
too offensive, but
What?
people who aren't like you have very low palate, low standards.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's a ridiculous statement.
It's
It's
a
ridiculous.
it's like me saying, yeah, Pokemon, anything outside of the original 150, it's not really Pokemon. Do
I
you
don't really have an opinion. Is that like a hot take? Would that offend people?
I mean, would it offend you if I told you like all the cards that are not the one original
Like they
150
don't
is
count?
useless? Yeah, they
Useless?
don't count.
I
Yeah.
don't. Well, so I enjoy the gambling aspect of it and the beautiful cardboard. I don't care what's on the cardboard as long as it's beautiful. And you know
Yeah.
what's you know
So
what's
none of it
crazy?
it's beautiful. Huh?
None of it's beautiful because
Well,
they're not the original 151.
exactly.
So cards that usually are insane expensive. It's the Charizard, the Gengar, Pikachu, and I don't know, like dragon types. But there are very few cards that make the value of a card sort of skyrocket, and most of them are 151s. Anyway, I do
There you
think it
go.
has a
That work.
nostalgia. Like the market for Pokemon, it's predictable, but also kind of crazy. Like so there's this type of grading from a company. It's a pristine 10. So like for example, a PSA 10, there is some flexibility. Like the centering, for example, on the front, it doesn't have to be perfectly centered, but a BGS pristine 10 means the centering is like flawless,
Oh my
the
gosh.
surface is
Uh-huh.
flawless like on both sides, and it can make a card Like so, Bubble Mew, it's like maybe 2,500, maybe like 3,000, somewhere around there, right? Which is insane for a
Mm.
PSA 10. For a BGS 10, recently one sold for over $250,000. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Isn't that
You're,
crazy?
but you're like also like manufacturing these like random things to say, oh, this because of this is actually more worth more. Like that's dumb.
Well, it's a third party is saying this is a perfect card. And some people
Hmm.
are like money laundering. Yeah, maybe. Is
Oh
it
yeah.
people manipulating the markets? Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah, like yeah. So it's like a microcosm chasm. Like it's like a small representation of what the global economy is actually like. There's a lot, or like stock markets or financial markets. Like there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of like buying and selling and holding, and yeah, it's like trends and
Sure, but like, but the difference is, and this is what a lot of people say, like, stocks is like gambling too.
yeah.
But no, because there's actual utility in stocks. There's zero utility in, you know,
Like what
whatever thing you
utility?
call it.
Like what stocks help the companies?
No, you own a part of the company that's
Oh, like it's more
producing revenue.
useful.
But there's
Yeah,
like a yeah, there's a use, there's a
sure,
actual value to it. Yeah.
sure, but I mean, like, what's the practical difference? Because a company could go under, and it will in the same way. Like, if that company crashes or the Pokemon market crashes, either way, you'll have zero.
This is true, but they are two extremes. So, like if you're buying like penny stock, yeah, that's highly likely, right? But if you're
Well,
buying
Pokemon market is not highly likely to crash.
literally all it takes is for remember if somebody to say, "Oh, the creator of Pokemon was on Epstein Island." Like something like that could
I
literally
don't
crash the
think
whole thing.
so. I don't think so. You know, our president's popularity, even just with accusation, and I mean, like literally, he's been there. His popularity for some crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely
But
dipped,
like
dipped for
yeah,
sure.
but think about how many people hate that guy,
Huh?
right?
Which
Think about
guy?
how many people Donald Trump, the
Well,
president.
I mean, a lot of people do for sure, but he also still has many, many supporters. That's not a good example. Like P Diddy, I think almost everybody doesn't like this guy anymore. Probably, like I don't know
Yeah.
anybody. I've never heard anybody who's like, yeah, P Diddy is still kind of a cool guy.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is done.
yeah, he went from
So,
big to zero.
exactly.
But but
So,
but
uh,
do people still listen to his music? I don't know.
I mean, did
Probably.
anybody listen to his music?
I mean, at some point in our history, yeah, absolutely. But like P Diddy, I think he is responsible for Justin Bieber. People still listen to Justin Bieber.
Wait, is he? I
I don't
thought that
know.
was Usher.
Usher, I don't know. But I'm sure P Diddy has examples of artists who are still popular even though they're linked to him. Pokemon, it's linked to the creator, yeah, probably more significantly, but I don't think that would affect it at all.
Okay, so then imagine
Yeah.
somebody came out with like true like electronic hologram Pokemon cards,
Okay.
and then said, "Hey," and then everyone jumped on that, right? Because so that would collapse the Pokemon
So if there was
cards that you're
some
collecting,
like
right?
alternative that was significantly better at
Hmm.
an equal or less price, yes.
Like, I guess my point is, like with stocks, like kind of traditional stocks, the value of the company is typically tied to like revenue and future earnings potential and things like that, right?
Loosely, but it's also like based on hype.
Sure. I mean, if you buy into the hype at the
Sure.
when it's already like hyped up, then yes. But if it's like a just a solid company, let's just buy it, right? Then the percentage chance of that going down to zero is much lower than Pokemon
You know
cards.
what? Okay, let's use like a real example, like Spirit Airlines. I wonder what
Hmm.
their stocks were, how their stocks were doing before they went. Is it bankrupt? Is that what happened?
Yeah, yeah. No, they were doing terrible. That's why
They're doing terrible.
JetBlue. Yeah, that's why JetBlue was trying to buy them, and then the kind of the nail in the coffin was when the government said, "No, you cannot buy it."
What? But why? Because it would have created too big of a monopoly.
Oh, well, that's what they say.
That doesn't. I feel like that doesn't even really make sense. It's not like Spirit Airlines really did. They really have that much market share? If they did, how? How? I mean, like they would just take their infrastructure a little bit. I don't know why. I really don't. I don't get it. They
Yeah,
would have to raise their
I
prices and just match
I
whatever.
think it was Biden administration who did that. So ask your
You
boy.
know what? You know what? Ask my boy. I don't think he seems like he's out of it. Like anyway. Okay.
uh,
Why did Spirit Airline merger get rejected? I'm asking ChatGPT. Okay.
what's he
Spirit
gonna
was seen
say?
as unique ultra. Okay, so it's unique, ultra low cost competitor. What? Okay, so the government argued that Spirit forced other airlines to keep their prices low. So that's why merging into another company would have been bad.
That doesn't make sense at all.
That's
So it's
point
like the
number one.
alternative. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that. See, like that doesn't make sense because then how does letting it go bankrupt help that
No, so I think
situation?
that argument is good if you helped it stay not bankrupt. Okay. But okay, number two, JetBlue planned to eliminate Spirit's business model. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So the court viewed it as destroying a low fare competitor. Yeah. Okay. Fares would have increased. Okay, so yeah, bigger competitor to the big four. And JetBlue argued
And
that
can
it
you hear
could
me chewing?
no. And JetBlue argued that
Oh,
it would better compete with short term. The government position was yes, bigger might be better with larger air, but killing off the huh? It doesn't make any sense to me.
exactly. None of it. None of it makes
So
sense.
so then let's hear a conspiracy theory. Like, why do you think?
Hmm.
Give me a second. You know what? Okay, give me a second. I'm so confused. You know what? It has to be a lobbyist paying the people who made this decision a lot of money
Hmm.
to do it because it doesn't make any sense. If you, yeah, all their reasons, as soon as Spirit goes bankrupt, it doesn't even matter.
Hmm.
Huh? Well, there's Frontier, but I guess, Frontier isn't as. How come Frontier's still alive? How come Spirit couldn't keep up with Frontier?
No, I mean the whole thing doesn't make any sense. I don't think there is any rhyme to reason here. That right? Like they're just
Huh?
it's there's because you can give any like the government can give any reason to do whatever it wants in this scenario, right? Does hello? Are
Huh?
you still
I,
there?
oh, I, I I asked ChatGPT why it went bankrupt. Basically, they're out of
Cool.
money.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so,
but that part, sure, that part, yeah, mismanagement, whatever the case may be. But if it was a failing company, anyways, and somebody said, "I want to buy it,"
yeah,
like, why not just let them buy it?
yeah, because the reasons the government didn't let them buy it is because Spirit staying alive would have been good, but it couldn't stay alive. I don't.
Exactly.
I, I wish. Okay.
You know, you know what the conspiracy is?
Oh, what?
Is the government said no, so that Spirit would go bankrupt, and like different companies can pick up assets from it that it wants. For example, right, if Delta said, because obviously Delta cannot buy Spirit because Delta is already like has such large market share. So to kind of get around it, they told the government, "Hey, just make sure that merger doesn't go through and let Spirit just go bankrupt, and I'll pick at the pieces of what's left over. I'll buy this airplane here, this over here, and just take what I want
No,
at a
so
much lower cost.
so absolutely, it makes sense to me that the other airlines would want Spirit to go bankrupt, but then the government is just straight up there lying.
Yeah. Hey,
Huh?
welcome to the conversation.
Welcome to
Of
the
course.
conversation, of course.
How
But
much faith do you have in the
but
government?
I don't know. I mean, like that's I don't. You know what? Like I don't have a lot of faith, and I think the government is bloated and inefficient. But that just makes me feel like really scared and icky. No,
Did you
like
hear
yeah.
Donald Trump recently bought like I forget what the number was like. It's like 50,000 shares of Palantir or something like that.
Of what?
Palantir, it's a stock,
Okay.
but they do a lot of government stuff. There's like they do a lot of like data
Wait,
analysis,
is he
AI
allowed to do
stuff.
that while he's in office?
Exactly. I
What?
mean, I guess he is because
Okay.
people in Congress do it all the time. But should he be allowed to do that? I don't think so. Government, like the people have their own, you know, they have their own motives. It's not always for the greater good. You know, I think the original inception is it inception conception of the government, it was supposed to be like we the people, right? Like the people like that are your peers, people that normal people get elected to office to represent the interest of the regular people, right? But somewhere along, and then that's why if you look at the salaries and stuff like that for president and congressmen and things like that, I mean they're high, but they're not crazy unreasonable. But they all end up getting crazy unreasonably rich. So how does that work? So these people that were meant to be representatives of the everyday people became representatives of corporations and the mega elite. And so that's why none of it makes sense from the perspective of the everyday citizen, but I think it makes total sense from the perspective of their self-interest and the interest of the corporations.
Well, there's two things that come to mind talking about all
Mm-hmm.
this. One, did you see that clip of the senator who's like 200,000 is not that much for salary? Like he needs a raise.
Who was it? Was it the eye patch guy?
Eye patch? No, this guy had glasses and two eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an eye patch senator.
Dan Crenshaw, I think.
I don't know, but this guy seemed like very like just very well, yeah, not uniquely interesting looking like a eye patch guy, but he was
Mm-hmm.
basically like that's so out of touch. He was like, well, $200,000 is not that much
Mm-hmm.
for all these reasons, and he was like, we haven't gotten a raise, not even to keep up with inflation for this long. And everybody's like, no, I don't think anybody. First, that's just a crazy thing to say. Like your constituents, I assume like 99% of them are like, you're crazy. Like there are
Yeah.
people who are living or trying to live off of minimum wage. I mean, the
Yeah.
government hasn't pushed that up ever, but and then everybody online were saying stuff like they get their meals comped, like their travel expenses taken care of. Like it's really with all the benefits, it's probably closer to 300,000.
Yeah.
How do you ask for more money when you have that job?
Exactly.
That's yeah, that's crazy. And plus, everybody knows they're making money on the side. Like how much more money does he want? 350,
Mm-hmm.
400? Like what does he want?
Exactly.
Makes no sense. Okay, okay. Is there anything you want to talk about that? I just wanted to say that's
No.
kind of ridiculous. No.
No, it's
What about
crazy.
that? What about the mayor of New York? You know what? Like I only see clips of him online on my social media when I'm, kind of doom scrolling, but he seems like he's doing some good stuff there.
Yeah, I think time will tell.
His
I think what he's doing.
socialist, what's it called? Socialist policies. You think
Mm-hmm.
they could bite him in the butt later?
Mm-hmm. It
Why?
could.
Oh, it could, but why?
It could. Because like I think what he did was for people who don't live majority of the time in New York, but have property that's like more than, I forget the threshold, but it's like very expensive property. He's adding additional tax on those. So it's for the mega
Mega rich.
wealthy people, yeah, mega rich people who don't even really live in New York.
Okay.
There's tax being applied.
Hmm.
So, like, if all of them decide, you know what, it's not worth it, I'm gonna just sell all my sell all these properties and not own it in New York,
Hmm.
then property tax is gonna go down. Like the housing market might go down a little bit. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if they're gonna stay in New York or not. If they do stay in New York, great, that's extra revenue. But if they don't, and all these rich people they sell all their extra houses in New York and they decide they don't want to be there, then I don't know what kind of ripple effect might happen for New York City.
Okay. 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 That's a great one to talk about because it's very complicated and complex. Yes, like
Hmm.
something like that happening. So basically, what he's trying to do is make rich people pay more taxes, which
Hmm.
I think many people are down for. I would love, and but like it could be short-sighted because we don't really know what that would exactly look like, right?
Hmm.
And but just kind of walking through that policy, then the demand for places to live in New York probably the highest in the country. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, if it's one of the highest here, it has to be one of the highest in the world, probably, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And if a lot of people who don't even live there leave, supply will increase. Demand, I mean, the demand is already insane. So if it could come down, I think it's a benefit, right?
Hmm.
What is the downside then of people leaving?
Well,
I think that's a great thing if people leave.
so if all these, likely what's gonna happen is all these like mega luxurious apartments
Hmm.
are gonna go empty.
Hmm.
So it's not like the people can buy that anyways, like regular people.
Well, so if the supply increases, then those prices will come down, and everybody will just kind of move up, which I think is a great thing that could happen.
Yeah, so that could happen, but the
Hmm.
other thing is, when you own property, you pay annual property tax,
Uh huh.
right? So that, I don't know, like I'm assuming property tax on those like apartments would be fairly
It's based
a
on
lot.
what's it called? Like
Property value.
yeah, yeah, property value. So if the property value decreases because the supply increases at the
If those
yeah.
people sell and leave, or they say I don't want this anymore, and then they like offload it somewhere, then that property, like, you know, people might not pay the property tax.
You know what I'm thinking, right? But I don't really know, right? But I'm gonna assume because there are so many people in New York, and even I'm sure like the top 5%, 5-10% of income earners are competing for places to live. You think? Well, I don't know, right? You think if you're making the top 5% of money, if you're like in the top percent of money earners in New York, do you
Mhm.
think you're competing for places to live? Like you have a hard time finding a place to live?
Probably not, right?
Probably not. Like there's plenty of supply for the top 5%.
Well, I mean, if they're the top earners, then they could probably just pay, right,
No, I
and
mean
get
it's
the.
not about a it's not a yeah, it's not a money issue, but I'm gonna assume because New York, it's it's a finite space and it's pretty like packed.
Mhm.
I'm gonna assume if I'm a top 5% earner, yes, my apartment is probably nice, but I assume that it has to be limited. Like you can't if you're in the market for a 10, 15, 20 million dollar apartment, there can't be that many, right? In the state of New York.
Well, if you're in the market for it, then I'm sure there are. Like that's what increases prices. If you have $5 million, you're in the market for a $5 million place,
Uh-huh.
and you can't find it, then you'll buy a $4 million place. But then somebody else is like, oh, I also am looking for a $5 million place, but I can't find one, so I'm also gonna try to buy this $4 million house, and then that's how prices like kind of go up.
So I think that's so my thinking is like if like the ultra rich
Hmm.
who don't even live in New York and just hold in, it's a real estate asset for them. If they leave, I think those places will get filled up. Yeah, I think those places will get filled up right away because I think I'm sure the demand is higher than the supply of even like really ultra expensive apartments in New York of people who actually want to live there. Has to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What is it?
ChatGPT.
I just said pros and cons of Mandami's new New York NYC tax.
His something's not something about like not running a deficit anymore. If a government, any government can run without constantly like increasing their, what's it called, like just losing
Yeah,
money.
so
That's great.
so this
Yeah.
critics argue NYC and New York State already depend heavily on relatively small number of wealthy taxpayers. So they're apparently, they're the richest of the rich live in New York. So apparently a large portion of their tax income is already coming from a small number of people. And so what they're saying, if even a little bit of those people moved elsewhere, that could impact how much tax is brought in by New York, right? Because like the thing about state tax is if you don't want to pay it and you're super rich, you can easily just go to a different state.
Uh huh.
That's why so many people retire to Florida because there's no state income tax,
Uh huh.
right? And I don't think they have like property tax and like stuff like that. Like it's like tax wise, it's attractive for people who are rich and retired. So it's
I
possible
I
that.
think I think for like people who are comfortable, not rich. I don't think rich, like rich. If you're rich, you can do whatever you want and live wherever you want. I like that
Mhm,
kind of rich. If
mhm,
there's like, I would say a step below them are comfortable folks who would move to Florida with like, a good size, like, but limited, retirement fund.
mhm.
I assume they would go to like Florida. But my thinking still is even if the ultra rich, where a lot of the taxes for New York come from, like the state tax,
Hmm.
like housing people who are unhoused. I don't know. I think the it'll kind of be equal if
Yeah.
more people are owning, even so, like, have you seen that movie, Yes Man, but with Jim Carrey in it?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I mean, I know it's just a movie, but I think the thinking kind of makes sense to me. Like, instead of just offering so the main character works at a bank and he's a loan officer, and I guess loan officers, you want to give out big loans for low risk, and that's how you make a lot of money. But what he did was say yes to everybody because that's the premise of the movie. Like, he can't say no to anybody, so he says yes to everybody as a loan officer, and even the small loans for people, like people are paying that back at a higher rate than people, like the average, what's it called, like payback of people who take out loans. So the
Mm-hmm.
bank was like, because you've given out so many small loans and all the small loans are being paid back almost 100%, we're actually making a ton of money. That's what I think could happen in the New York housing market. Yep, solved it.
Yeah. No, I mean, we'll
Okay.
see.
We'll
Not, I
see.
mean, but again, all of this to come back down to what do I think about him?
You don't
Time will
know.
tell.
Time will
I just
tell.
don't know. Yeah, I think
Time will
the whole
tell.
country is looking at him, right? Like,
Yeah.
because the question, I mean, he's a socialist, right? So seeing if the socialist policies have a positive impact or not, I think that's always debated. So we get to kind of see in in at least the state level what it will do.
He's making
So
a
yeah,
lot of people angry. Like people online, he's making a lot of people real, real angry.
yeah, but like this is a totally different conversation. But how much of that noise do you think is real?
Oh, you think it just what? What do you mean? Like fake users online?
That also, like, if I'm angry enough and I have a very strong opinion about something, like, it's not crazy that I would create multiple accounts and.
Oh, it's just 1%. It could be, but that means one person is angry enough, so angry that
Mhm.
they're ashamed of their opinion that they have to create multiple accounts to get their voice out on the internet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
big anger, though.
I mean, there's people that. But have you heard of the dead internet theory?
No.
So let me blow your mind. So the
All
dead
right.
internet theory is the theory that like really the internet is mostly bots and a small percentage is real people. So all this like outrage and stuff you're seeing, it makes it feel like a lot of people have all these strong opinions, but they're actually not the opinions of real people. They're opinions of the people that run the bots.
I actually, well, my context is a small city, like small town, small church. Like
Mm-hmm.
I see the same people all the time, and I don't see that many people regularly. And
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely haven't met. Whoa! But I see like extreme voices, like human ones, on YouTube. Like those, I see a lot of those interview shows where people go around and they like, talk to crazy Trump supporters or crazy, Democrats or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are humans for sure. But in within my context, no, I've never met anybody who genuinely is that crazy, like ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know. Is there no way to
Yeah.
prove it? Like, has anybody tried to look into it and see?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be
I,
possible somehow.
it's, yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Is this a lull? Hey, you know what? Last week, did you forget? You forgot
What?
that you told me to watch Lord of the Rings. I started it.
Yeah? Oh, how was it?
So I got like 2 hours into it, and I'm watching the extended version of the first one. It's
Okay.
like 3 hours and 47 minutes. Have you seen the extended version?
Yes, I have.
Is it really different from the regular version?
Yes, it is.
Like, how much more is the extended?
It, I think the trilogy in theatrical cut is like 5 hours, but then I think the extended is like 9 hours.
The trilogy is only 5 hours in
아닌가?
theaters? No, there's no
Maybe.
way.
You know what? You know what? You know what?
The
You know
first
what?
movie has got to be at least like at least 2.5 hours.
Runtime. Theatrical. Yeah, theatrical runtime is 9 hours and 17 minutes.
So what's the extended version? Like 10, 12?
Let's see. So 9 hours
At
extended.
least an hour and a half more, at least.
11 hours. 11 hours
So
30
two more
minutes.
hours. That makes sense because
Yeah.
the first movie, I think it's like, anyway, it's 3 hours and 47 minutes. That's half a workday of
Yeah.
nonstop, like nonstop.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Okay. I've seen Endgame multiple times, but not
Hmm.
not in one sitting. In one sitting, maybe like twice.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
If you think about like a show that you binge watch, you can easily sit there for 10 hours watching the whole season.
But with bathroom breaks and food breaks, like 4 hours of nonstop, just focus on it. I don't
No, you
know.
you can
Four
leave. You can
hours?
pause it.
Oh, me? No, no. The thing is,
Yeah.
yeah. The point is, I can't. I can't. It's very hard for me to just sit there and watch it because
Uh-huh.
I'm like sitting on the couch. One, that's a long. That's a lot. It's a long time. I don't even have 4 free hours, like
Mm.
almost ever. But anyway, I saw maybe like the first couple of hours of it. First impressions, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
World building, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Acting, very good. Like, there's nobody on the
Mm-hmm.
screen where I'm like, oh, that guy is a bad actor. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but Frodo. Frodo is too recognizable of a face. Like him, and the guy, the Rudy guy. Man, they are just extremely recognizable faces.
But
I think, yeah,
arguably Frodo became recognizable because of this.
because of that. Well, not to me. I mean, like, I forgot he was Frodo, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
But like, what's he? What else is he from? Is he? What other big thing? Because I feel like I know him pretty well, but I don't know what
Yeah.
else he's in.
What do you know him from?
His face is so familiar. Okay, give me a second.
From Lord of the Rings.
I mean, no, for sure that. But
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Okay, like the on when I Google it, like the first
Mm-hmm.
8 are Lord of the Rings things.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, has he been in anything else?
I mean, he like recently or like
Oh wait, played by. Never mind. Elijah Wood. See, like I know his name. Okay, let's see. He's been in.
Deep
Um,
Impact?
what? Okay, I don't.
Deep Impact?
Happy Feet. I've seen that.
Yeah, but there's
Back to the Future. No, I CGI penguins. Yeah, I got it. I got it. But
yeah.
Back to the Future isn't Back to the Future.
He's a kid,
Which
little
kid?
kid. I think in the either when he comes back or when he's in the future. But he's not recognizable as Elijah Wood. It'd be like, oh, he's baby version. If you're having this much hard time figuring out where
Spy
he's,
Kids.
did you watch Spy Kids?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But I don't know about Spy Kids 3.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Hmm.
What is Elijah Wood famous for before Lord of the Rings? Go.
Probably gonna say Deep Impact.
What made Elijah Wood famous? Lord of the Rings. Okay, hold on. What? Okay, first role, greatest child actor. Elijah Wood is a beautiful human being. This isn't even a question. Like nobody cares. Okay. Elijah Wood breaking down his most iconic role. So he must have multiple iconic roles.
No, the question is, what do you know him from? If
I
you
love
can't even list
Elijah
a
Wood.
single
I don't
one.
know. I just his face. Maybe I've seen him
No.
in interviews. I think
You,
he's recognizable to me from like Conan, probably like late night show interviews.
and I
More so
guarantee you,
than
all of the
Lord.
clips you've seen is because he was in Lord of the Rings.
Sure, I'm sure, but I knew him as a person before I really knew him as
Oh my
Frodo,
gosh.
probably.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is, well, the guy from Rudy, I know him really well. He's the Rudy guy.
Okay.
What else is he in?
He's in Stranger Things.
No,
He's
but I'm
in
talking like
50
before
First
Lord of the
Dates.
Rings.
50 First Dates?
I
Oh,
didn't
wait.
really watch the whole because I don't like the girl. What's her name?
Wait, which one?
50 First Dates. Is that
Drew
the Adam
Barrymore?
Sandler? Yeah, Drew. I'm not a
Mhm.
big fan of her. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Just don't like her.
Interesting.
But anyway. So beautiful. Like I can't believe they filmed in all of these places, mountains
Mhm.
and Okay, so it's beautiful. Character building, like the world building and character. Yeah, good. Slow. The extended version, it feels long. Like it feels like a very slow burning fire. But
Mhm.
I guess that's the point. Mm, the first few minutes, a lot of exposition, but I guess that's unavoidable.
Mhm.
Acting was good, but I just don't get it yet. Like I think I'm at the part where he got stabbed and he's being healed by the elves.
Mhm.
I think I'm around that part. And
You
so
know,
far,
honestly,
it's yeah.
you have to get to like the second movie for you to
Excuse
really
me.
understand.
Okay.
Understand
I
this.
can't just enjoy the first movie. Like the first,
You can.
so I like it's one of the greatest movies of all time, says the internet. But I have to watch the second one to appreciate the first one.
No. The first one can
No.
stand on its own. It's beautiful, like you said. It's beautiful. It does really good world building, and yeah, you're immersing into this new world,
You
right?
know what? Oh, the elf too. The girl elf. She's a very recognizable face. Her especially very Yeah, I don't believe she's the elf because I've seen her in things.
You know, for a guy who loves the MCU so much, this
Yeah.
is crazy. The things you're
No,
saying.
I didn't. I didn't know Robert Downey Jr. before Iron Man.
You knew Chris Pratt before Guardians. Did that take you out of Guardians?
Chris Pratt. So, but he played he's playing a character that's so different from
No, but
chubby Andy.
no,
Yeah.
no, no,
No,
because
no.
even with Frodo, Elijah Wood, all you said was he's recognizable. You
His
couldn't
face?
tell me, you couldn't tell me where he was from. You couldn't tell me what he said. You couldn't tell me his character.
No, okay, you know what?
None
You know
of
what?
that mattered.
Here. Sure, I agree. But the reason why I can't remember what I thought about Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't remember, but that movie especially, I had a lot of bias because I enjoyed the Marvel movie so much. I knew that I was just gonna like it.
No,
I
my
don't.
point
Yeah.
is BS excuse you're using now.
No,
Oh,
no,
they're
no.
too
It was-
recognizable. I can't
yeah.
enjoy it. That's
Hey,
dumb.
that's not what
Huh?
anybody sounds like. Am I
Yeah,
French?
That's what you don't think you sound like that?
A French guy? No, I mean I've
No,
said those. I
this
say
is
those
how it
words.
goes.
But but the girl though, very like I know her. She doesn't. I don't think of her as look at this new elf character. It's that's that girl from Things, huh?
Yeah,
Anyway,
but you don't need to like when you watch like Batman. Do you need to not believe that that's Christian Bale, or can you not just appreciate his acting?
I'm thinking about movies that I really enjoyed, and like Christian Bale, I don't think I knew him. I can't think of anything else he's in previous to Batman. What is
Okay.
he in that made him really famous before Batman?
American Psycho.
No, yeah, see, I never saw that.
Mm.
I think that's
So
why.
then
Yeah.
okay, like when you watch Endgame
Uh huh.
and you see Benedict Cumberbatch, aren't you like taken aback because that's supposed to be Sherlock?
No, see, I never saw Sherlock.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I
god.
have a very, very like very what's it narrow movie experience. I know that girl. Oh, you know what? She's from the movie had the bald man. He's bald now. What's his name? Anyway, Armageddon. Armageddon. I've seen Armageddon like 10 times.
That's literally like the only thing that you probably know
Saw
her
her
from.
in. Well, I really know that movie. Like I really, really know it. So when I see somebody in a movie, I'm like, oh, I know that person. I don't want that. It takes away from my movie experience.
Okay. Okay, you should just not watch movies. You should
But
not
oh,
you
not
should
watch
not
it.
talk about
But
movies.
like, I
Huh?
really like Ford versus Ferrari. You know what? But okay, here's the
No,
thing
no,
too.
that is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Here's the thing.
Dude,
I
hold on, hold
knew.
on.
Okay,
Hold on.
all
Can I
right.
break this down a little bit?
Okay.
There's Batman,
No, I
right?
get
There's
it.
Matt Damon,
I know.
and
I,
then John
that's
Barenthal,
no.
Punisher.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Oh, you know what?
Crazy.
The Punisher
What?
guy. I like him in everything. I genuinely like him in everything that he does.
How?
I don't know. Anyway,
How? Mhm.
I don't know. Look, I'm using Ford versus Ferrari as an example to argue your point. I agree. I agree. So I'm trying to figure out why. But you know what? It's because I have good feelings for them already. Maybe the girl, I just don't really have any opinion about her. All I know is, oh, she's not an elf. She's
No,
from Armageddon.
no. This is what it is.
Okay, I'm a
You're
sexist.
just
No,
no. You're a contrarian, and
no,
you just cannot fathom me recommending
no. Hey,
something
no,
and you agreeing with it.
no. I
No,
enjoyed
seriously,
other things.
there's
No,
there's not a single thing I told you to watch
it's
that you
ironic that
came
I'm
back and
saying
said.
no. Huh?
There's nothing
That's
that I
not
told you to
true.
go watch. What? Name one thing that I told
That
you
I
to go
thought it
watch.
was. I enjoyed that movie with the guy, the average man who goes into the future. I enjoyed it.
No, you did not. I think we talked about it.
No, we did talk about it, but I
Yeah, and
didn't
you were just like,
dislike it.
uh.
I thought it was very interesting. I overall enjoyed it.
There's so many recognizable people in that movie. How did you
Well,
enjoy it?
a lot of your movies are so old.
Oh my gosh.
The Godfather. Anyway, hey, listen.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
You know what?
listening.
I
I'll
haven't
listen.
developed my. You have to develop taste buds, right? Like when you're young, you don't really like vegetables, but as you get older and your palate more refines, right? Like a baby's palate. I don't know. I assume
they
though,
they
baby
actually
palates are
say,
very sensitive, huh?
yeah, it dulls and then it takes away the bitter taste of vegetables.
Oh.
That's why adults like it
So
better.
I haven't experienced enough movies for my movie because I like cliches. I like just really like predictable, boring, like The Green Book. I enjoyed that immensely. I maybe because it was very simple and character driven. I didn't know any of the people in the movie except for the lady, but she wasn't in there a lot.
The
But I like
Italian
her.
guy,
The Italian.
he's one of the main
That's
guys in Lord of the Rings.
that's why I started watching Lord of the Rings. Hey man, keep
Yeah,
up.
that's right. That's right.
But he doesn't look like the guy. Anyway, I only know him as that guy from Lord of the Rings. But at this age, when I saw him in Green Book, I didn't know that was the guy. But you know what's funny? When I saw the Green Book, I was like, this is a really good actor. I want to watch things he's been in. Lord of the Rings.
That's dumb.
But
Wow.
but it's because I think this is what it is. Like I have good opinions about Matt Damon. Like Damon, because I know he's good and I like him already. My brain's like, okay, let's just kind of wipe it clean. But the girl from Lord of the Rings, it's like I don't believe that you're an elf. You're the girl from Armageddon. That's it. If she, like, if I had I mean, like, she's kind of in that movie, like a Keanu Reeves. What's because like blank, kind of a blank character, right?
Yeah.
That
Maybe you're
is-
just sexist.
maybe
Literally, all the actors, you're like, oh, I love them.
I
Chris
like
Pratt, I know him.
girls.
That's
You
fine.
know who I really like? Who's a girl actress?
Who?
Florence Pugh. I love Florence Pugh. I'm
Is
a
that
big
how you
fan of.
pronounce her name?
No, Pew. But I
Okay.
love me some Florence Pugh. I don't know why.
Because she's only been in MCU movies.
No, I saw her in a terrible movie with what's his face, the guy from One Direction. Did you
Oh,
see that?
yeah, that
Yeah,
was a terrible
yeah,
movie.
it was
That's
terrible.
so dumb.
But you know who? Excuse me. I'm naming another guy. Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine.
Mm, exactly.
Maybe I just am I gay?
Maybe
I
that would
really like.
explain a lot, actually. Oh,
Whoa.
let's explore that.
Oh my. My homosexuality.
Uh huh. Maybe that's why you can't find a
I don't know if I
girlfriend.
told you. No. Listen, I like
Uh-huh.
girls. I like girls.
Okay.
I like women physically are attractive to me. Men physically are not attracted to me. But I do. I can appreciate a handsome man's face and a muscular body. But I'm not sexually attracted to their face or body.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? But you know what I said recently though? I recently have been telling people if I was offered a girlfriend or Pokemon cards,
Mm-hmm.
right now I think I would pick Pokemon cards.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm.
Like if I met somebody equal to me in looks and income and just unless it's like a beautiful gorgeous celebrity, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was just like someone I like and cute and fun and whatever
Mm-hmm.
compatible, if I had to choose between having a girlfriend right now or Pokemon cards, I would choose Pokemon cards. There's a part of me that really thinks I would pick Pokemon cards.
Hmm.
But you know what? You know what it is. You know what it is. I like girls, but I don't like having not full autonomy. I need to be able to be fully autonomous.
Hmm.
But you can't do that with a significant other. I don't know how to. I have to talk to my therapist actually.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to ask anybody for their opinion. I don't want to like check in with somebody. I don't want like if I want to go do something, if somebody gets upset, like I don't want to have to deal with that. Anyways,
Fascinating.
should we not publish this one? Cause
Why? I
I'm not
like
sure
it.
what's worse though, honestly. Me being gay or me being a toxic person like that.
Is that wait? Hold on. Is it? Let's think about this.
Yeah.
What do you think, in your heart of hearts,
Uh-huh.
is is the real issue? Because you said you are physically attracted to women, but not men, right? And it sounds like when you say things like, you don't want to be beholden to anybody. That kind of tracks your personality wise,
Excuse me?
doesn't it? A little bit.
Wait, what do you mean?
You live by yourself.
Oh, my dad lives
Um,
here.
yeah, but then that was like kind of forced upon you, right?
Sure.
And you don't live in the same city as the rest of your family.
But that was not by choice. Well, I mean, it was by choice, but
It was by
it was
choice.
because of a job. Like a job, there was job opportunity, and I went to the job
But
not to leave my
yeah,
family.
no, but it wasn't like, without giving away too much. It wasn't like it's like a job specific to that area.
So yes,
That job in
no,
and of itself.
yeah, no, it wasn't. But
Hmm.
based on my qualifications, very difficult for me to find one of similar like income level. And plus, it's I don't know. I'm
Because
trying
you
to
had that
think.
job in the city where your family
Yeah, but
lives.
I was making a lot less money back then. Like, I mean, maybe I could have found the job that pays similarly,
So you found a job.
but I
So you
wasn't
chose
looking.
money over, huh?
So I wasn't really looking, but this opportunity was presented to me, and then I, thought about it and prayed about it, and I decided to go. But in hindsight, one, I think, I really like it was a blessing for me to be able to come here because like living in my area, I can't imagine living back where so I'm from Georgia. I can't imagine moving back to Georgia. Like I think it would make me so miserable.
Yeah,
Like
because
today I had to
you would have so many people you are beholden to, right?
huh?
Because you would have so many people you are beholden to in
Why?
Georgia.
No, it's the traffic mostly that I am uninterested in.
You would be beholden to traffic.
Okay.
So you are a
Oh,
free
okay.
spirit, is what I'm saying.
Sure, I don't want to be trapped in traffic, but I mean, is that why I like living here?
Maybe.
I don't like I don't like anything deterring me from doing what I want to do. Sure, 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 sure.
So then I think we have the answer.
Well, I haven't met the right person. Maybe if I meet the right person, it'll feel different. But I don't want like because you and a friend. If a friend's like, "Hey, can we hang out?" and you're like, "Nah." I mean, you feel bad, but it's like kind of normal. But if your girlfriend's like, "Oh, I'm struggling with this. Can you please help me?" You can't be like, "Nah."
Oh, that's wild. No, honestly,
Yeah.
if a friend texted you and said, "Hey, I'm struggling with this. Can we hang out?" You would just say no?
I would say yes, but
Because you
with
said
a
two very different things there.
huh?
Yes, I agree that if a friend said, "Hey, let's hang out," and you say no, that's not a big
No,
deal.
but
But
there's more obligation. The point was, well, I mean, if somebody was like, "I need your help. Can you please help me?" I would be like, "Nah." Well, it depends on the situation. It depends on what the situation is and what my capacity is in that moment. Like anyway, but like there's more obligation with a significant other. That's the point. That's the
yes,
point. Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's the point of a significant other, is to be more obligated to
Yeah,
you.
I'm a really selfish person. Like I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And like I'm less selfish than I was, but still
Hey,
pretty selfish.
let's do a test real quick.
What's
If there
okay?
if there's a like Pokemon card
How
drop,
did this become
huh?
okay? No,
Then
well, yeah, okay, go ahead with your scenario.
yeah, then do you worry that you would have to say no to that?
Like, give me the situation. She's like, "Hey, can we go have brunch?" And I'm like, "Oh, Pokemon cards are dropping at I have to go wait in line at
No,
9
no,
a.m."
no. No,
Uh-huh.
that it's not even that. It's not even a comparison of like what you choose, but
Uh-huh.
you're sitting here worried about a girlfriend because, oh man, I'm gonna have to say no a lot, right? But in your
No,
relationship
I'm
with
going to have to say
Pokemon
yes
card,
a lot. Okay.
oh, sorry, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to say yes a lot. You're worried
Yeah,
about that.
when I sometimes don't really want to. Sure.
In your
Because that would
relationship
make me
with,
tired and stressed out and burn me out in the long run. Anyway, go ahead. Pokemon
in
cards. Yeah,
your,
Pokemon cards don't ask anything of me.
what do you mean?
And they bring me
You're
so much joy. Huh?
that's the point right there that I was gonna get to,
Okay.
is you spend a lot of time with this Pokemon card stuff, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because you go to places very early to buy them and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of time, you spend a lot of money, obviously,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah. But do you ever talk about or think about, oh my gosh, like like I have to do all these things? You don't, because the joy of doing it outweighs the cost, right?
Situationally. Like there are days when yeah, it's so joyful. Then there are days when it's like, oh, I can't even do this anyway. So it's not so yeah, I get the point. If I really loved someone, it would be a joy to do it all the time. Maybe.
No, but also like even when you
Yeah.
don't want to do those things in a relationship, you should still do those things, right? Like that's a normal thing to think about.
We'll see. You know what? Like I'm a different person now. Like when I was in my late 20s and my early 30s, very very selfish, but I was unaware of my selfishness. And I mean, convenience to me still is very important, but it was really like it was so important to me back then, but I didn't even realize. You know, a lot of our like defense mechanisms, they stem from our mental and emotional experiences, but I wasn't aware of that. But now I am, and if I get in a relationship now, I will be like, even though I feel certain ways, I think I would behave differently because of my new understanding of things. The point is, I don't know. I think it'll be different if I date someone now, and maybe because I have nothing to compare it to, like really enjoying and loving someone, but with my current level of emotional, mental maturity and health. So yeah, I just don't know. But I know Pokemon cards, and I love them.
Yeah.
I pulled another Mega Charizard EX SIR. Remember the $800 card
Wow.
I pulled? I pulled
Like,
another one.
how much is that?
800 right now. It's like it's like $808.
Wait, ungraded, how much is it?
That's the ungraded amount.
Wow.
And I pulled a second one. Like there are people who will never see one. I've pulled two. Like the hit rate is like 1 out of 400. I haven't even opened 400 packs, and I opened my second one last week. Like I drove 30 minutes in the middle of nowhere to a Dollar General, and they had like 13 packs. I bought the whole box, and I came home. You know what's crazy too?
Bro, honestly
What?
though, that's kind of messed up.
Why?
You go to not even your local dollar store to buy out their whole stock.
No, okay, but I'm not scalping them. I'm not You know, okay. You know
Basically
what's
are,
funny?
huh?
You know what's funny though? I had this theory that I should be generous, and then like the good. I don't know what to call it, karma, the blessing. Anyway, like it'll be returned if I'm generous. I went to dinner with my friend, and I was like, oh, just pick three. Like out of the 10 or 13 that were unopened at the time, I was like, pick three, and then I'm just gonna give it away to the first kids I see. And I walk into what's it called, Texas Roadhouse, and there's a couple families, but it was really late at night. I was looking for some kids who look like a little bit more needy. Maybe Texas Roadhouse isn't the best place to find, but like I couldn't find any kids, and I only had 3 packs, so it had to be like 2 or 3 kids exactly. So I leave. There's no kids, and I go home. Right. The 3 I have saved. They're in my bag. So I open everything else. I hit almost nothing. So I almost gave away
Wow.
the Charizard. That's the point of my story. I almost gave away that card. So before I thought it was good to be generous, the lesson from that night was open everything yourself. like,
Wow. No,
yeah.
you know
Anyway,
what this story tells me? It's some
yeah.
poor kid in that local area was out there thinking, oh, I only have $1. I wish I could, but I really love Pokemon. I wish I could
Well,
get some
they're $6.
at a dollar store.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
A
one pack
pack
is six
is
dollars.
a pack is like five. So MSRP is like $5, and like yeah,
And
basically
why are
it
they
should be
selling
like
that
five
at
or
a
six.
dollar store then?
Well, the Dollar General, it's not actually a dollar. Where have you
Oh.
been? Where have
Okay,
you
anyways,
been?
yeah,
Where
five
have you
bucks.
been?
I have $5 or six
Yeah,
bucks. Like I
yeah,
wish I could buy. You've robbed that kid of that chance.
yeah. Sure, but it would have
Some
got robbed
old
anyway
dude
by a
who's almost
scalper. By
40.
a scalper.
That what's the
Huh?
difference
I'm
versus
not
what you're
selling
doing?
them back to the kid. That's the difference.
So that's even worse because the kid has no way of getting it. At least the scalper gives the kid an
You're
opportunity to get
crazy.
it
Hey,
back.
okay, hey. The other day I gave 2 packs away. I will give out more packs. But I opened a second. I almost gave it away.
That's
Oh
crazy.
my gosh.
No,
Isn't
that's
that
crazy.
crazy?
That the lesson here isn't you should have given that away.
What?
That would have been the story. Because what you're saying is your generosity is only generosity when it is worth nothing. That's not generosity. Anyone can give away trash.
No, that's why I changed my mind. No, no, listen. It wasn't trash to me. Like 2 packs, I gave 2 packs away. There's a good chance there's a $100 card in there. Probably, it could be, right? But I just don't know about it. Anyway, the point is, I could have given that away and never knew. But because I opened it, I found out that I almost gave away the most expensive card from that set. Maybe the top 15, one of the top 15 most expensive cards in like this current era of cards.
Yeah, and
Anyway,
that would have been
anyway.
great if
Huh?
you got the opportunity to give it
And
away. That would have
you
been
know
great.
what? I will appreciate more than a kid will. Like 100%. 100%.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Hey. Is
Honestly,
it
I think the conclusion here is you're a toxic person.
no, is it possible that this is leading me like my Pokemon card journey is leading me somewhere and that was just part of God's plan. Like I'm being 10% serious. 10% serious. What if like, you know, something happens. Maybe I become a vendor. Maybe I become a Pokemon celebrity somehow. Anyway. I need that. Like that card. It just was meant to come to me. I didn't feel like there was a kid that I was supposed to give those packs to. And then
Yeah,
lo
when
and
you're
behold,
greedy-
no, it's
When
not.
you're greedy, everything feels like everything is yours. You
No,
think
no.
Jeff, You think Jeff Bezos is out there saying, "Oh, I feel like all of this is other people's and I'm stealing it"?
No, but he's
No.
not a Christian. Probably, I'm a Christian. But
Whatever. Whatever.
hey, you're calling me toxic and greedy and all these things.
Yeah,
Anyway,
bro,
hey,
that's
listen.
crazy. Uh-huh.
No, I'm doing my best out here. It's okay. It's really tough out here right
You're
now.
not
But
doing your
anyway,
best out of here. You're going out of your way to a
no, listen,
non-local
listen.
Dollar General to steal cards from people who could have really enjoyed it and used it.
I
Think
enjoy
about
it. I
no,
really enjoy it though.
that joy that you felt when you opened your first Charizard. That could have been someone else's joy, but you robbed
Right.
them of it.
I mean, did I rob it? I mean, it came
Yes.
to me.
Yes,
It
you did.
belongs to me. How do you know it's
All right, guys. Thank you
it's
guys
my,
for listening.
It's
Talk to
my
you later.
destiny.
Bye.